Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. A very quick thank you to everyone who is a new subscriber to my second channel, Money Rules. I do thank you for all of the continued support. You're all absolutely amazing, and without further ado, let's jump right into it because of course the news is every day is an intense day in the cryptocurrency space. On Friday, Bitcoin's price finally managed to break above the symmetrical triangle, where the price had been compressing for the last month. After holding $11,000 in the daily close, the price of Bitcoin rallied to $11,448 on multiple high volume surges. On the 8th of October, Cointelegraph commentator Michael van de Poppe explained in his view, he said, if the price of Bitcoin breaks above 11,100 to 11,300, further bullishness can be expected towards 12,000 US dollars. This makes the 11,100 to 11,300 dollar area a critical zone for continuation. Currently, the price of Bitcoin is roughly around 11,400, depending on where you look. Sometimes it's at 11,450, sometimes it's at 11,350. A lot of fluctuations over the last couple of I even say minutes. And meeting resistance at 11,489, which is right at the top of the 3rd of September candle, when Bitcoin saw a drop of 13% to 99.60. Of course, the news right now is that Bitcoin is pumping. Bitcoin is moving up higher. Just how high is it going to go? A lot of people are saying that because of the continuation of the amount of movements that we've seen over the last day or two, I think we're well above over $1,000 price increase in the last, 30 or so hours. So the news right now is that are we looking like we are going to try and test 12,000 US dollars? And if we do that, I think the other then main barrier, if you will, is 12,500 US dollars. That is constantly quoted everywhere as the price that we must pass by in order for us to enter a brand new leg, because I think 12,500 I think we hit that sometime this year. I don't remember anymore. Everything's kind of blending together. It says Bitcoin price prediction. Bulls tear apart 11,000 resistance to end consolidation. This one says bullish trend reversal underway as Bitcoin price holds above 11,000 US dollars. Bitcoin is rallying. Will Ethereum get a push by this move? And this one says Bitcoin and Ethereum led surge triggers altcoins to flash green. Yes, of course, all the other altcoins are also in green as well. Some of them a lot greener than others. There are certain altcoins that are up by 27%, some by 15%. I think Bitcoin is currently up by 2, 3, 4, 5%, somewhere around that number. The point is, the market's green. Not exactly sure what triggered it. A lot of the news that we are still getting at this moment in the cryptocurrency space is that it allegedly has to do with Square buying $50 million worth of Bitcoin. Whether that's true, I don't know. However, this bullish momentum, I would like it to continue, but sometimes things go in the opposite way. However, all the news that we've been getting about institutions buying up huge swaths of Bitcoin, and also just logically, other people who aren't institutions who have been buying daily, weekly, monthly, like how many of you out there have been buying Bitcoin consistently over the last couple of days and or weeks and or months and or the last couple of years? So anyway, yeah, a lot of very bullish price action news with people thinking that we're going to go much higher in this leg. And without further ado, let's move on. Next up, of course, Gemini CEO Tyler Winklevoss says Square Inc.'s massive Bitcoin purchase is merely the beginning of an influx of institutional investments into Bitcoin. On Thursday, San Francisco-based financial services company Square Inc. announced that it had acquired approximately $50 million worth of Bitcoin. The sizable investment comes in the wake of business intelligence firm MicroStrategy's $425 million bet on Bitcoin as a profitable alternative to holding cash assets. Tyler Winklevoss, the co-founder and CEO of Gemini and staunch Bitcoin advocate, told his Twitter followers that these large Bitcoin purchases are just the first drops in a tidal wave of institutional investments that are coming into the Bitcoin space. He said, first, it was Michael Saylor and publicly traded MicroStrategy buying $500 million worth of Bitcoin. Today is now worth well over $500 million, which is even crazier. Today, it's Jack Dorsey and Square buying $50 million worth of Bitcoin. Tomorrow, it will be another visionary leader and another and another. The tsunami is coming, end quote. Tyler saying this today in the news was quite popular. I just assume it's because it's a Winklevi, so therefore it has to be thrown into the news. But this is being echoed by many people. I think for a while, this is not brand new. I think we've had institutional investors and institutions and corporations and companies and banks and countries buying up crypto for quite a while now. But I think when the news is made public, that's when people kind of go, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I can't believe they're finally buying Bitcoin, when they were probably doing it for a while before. Don't forget, Jack Dorsey, who's the CEO of Square, mentioned before in 2018 that he buys Bitcoin every single day. He maxes out the amount that he's actually able to buy through Square, which I think was like 10,000 or something like that. So imagine this man announced, imagine if Bitcoin 11,000 right now, and in the before time, in the long ago, when Bitcoin was trading below 10K every day, this man was buying a Bitcoin every single day. And I'm pretty sure he wasn't the only one doing so. So they've been here for a while, and I'm pretty sure Jack Dorsey's not the only rich person on the planet. It's believed that, no, not like just the numbers that we have, that there are over 26 million, that is 26,000,000 millionaires on the planet. One can logically assume Jack Dorsey, being one of those 26 million, was probably not the only one who was buying a Bitcoin a day. Anyway, so yeah, the news is apparently the institutional tsunami is coming. I think it's already been here, but I think it's just been over the counter and people haven't been able to get their metrics right. But at some point, people will be forced to start buying on cryptocurrency exchanges, and then that'll be all she wrote. And without further ado, let's move on. Next up, Goldman Sachs has hinted that it's looking to boost its Bitcoin holdings and potentially move forward when it comes to understanding and learning about and holding Bitcoin in the future. Regarding cryptocurrencies, Goldman Sachs has been a very hit and miss company, often going back and forth between appreciating it and loathing it. Things took a particularly nasty and mixed turn last May when the company announced that it was going to offer a special seminar on several alternative assets, which included Bitcoin. However, those who had the time to take the class soon found out that Bitcoin wasn't much of a subject in the seminar, and that the company primarily spent its time bashing the currency and talking about what a pointless asset it was. The company took a page from Warren Buffett's book and announced during the virtual event, they said, a security whose appreciation is primarily depending on whether someone else is willing to pay for a higher price for it is not a suitable investment. I'm not gonna even touch that, because they know good and well. The point is, there's speculation floating around right now. It says Goldman Sachs warned it will soon be scrambling to catch up on Bitcoin. It's just a load of speculation as to who's going to be buying. I personally believe I do not have proper clarification on this, as I am not a Goldman Sachser and I have not been sitting on their board of directors. But logically, I'm going to assumption that they all have Bitcoin at this point. It may not be massive amounts of Bitcoin. They may have simply thrown anywhere between $2, $3, $4, $5 million at it and simply said, if it goes up, it goes up. If it goes down, it goes down. Who cares? It's $5 million. But the amount of companies and institutions, and there have been more than 7 over the last 3 years, who have made sure to talk down to Bitcoin or about Bitcoin or say it was terrible, it's a terrible investment, I can't stand it, it's blah, 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 blah. All these people eventually come forward and say, Bitcoin's actually quite amazing, and we've been actually getting it since 2014. So it's evident in my eyes that a lot of the people, why would you waste your time talking negatively about it? Because of course Bitcoin means something to them. They understand Bitcoin is up. Bitcoin is the best performing asset, and I think in the last, it was like 200 years or something like that, it's up by over 9 million% or some absolutely obscene number, and the numbers all check out. So they're of course looking at ways to get into the market, and whether that be them trying to get into a US dollar based future market, some type of another derivative, or simply trying to buy Bitcoin over the counter and have someone else custody it for them so that they don't own it directly. Who knows? The point is, yeah, Goldman Sachs is probably an owner of some Bitcoin at this point. If they're not, I tip my hat to them and wish them the best of luck, because I think the most important part for me is going to be when we finally are edging near 100,000 US dollars per Bitcoin and we find out exactly who actually wasn't buying. That'll be a pretty good day for me. Anyway, that's the Goldman Sachs news and the Goldman Sachs to the something scrambling, trying to get some Bitcoin news. And without further ado, let's move on. Next up, in quite popular news, earlier this week, the Chamber of Digital Commerce sent every U.S. representative and senator $50 in Bitcoin. Now, Spanish cryptocurrency advocates are getting in on the act as well. A Spanish newspaper, ABC, reported yesterday that all 350 deputies in Spain's lower house, the Congress of Deputies, are due to receive €1 worth of Bitcoin. Giving them one. All 350 deputies in Spain's lower house are due to receive €1 worth of Bitcoin as part of a campaign by tokenized education technology platform Tetoilis, I have no idea how to pronounce that, and crypto news site Observatorio Blockchain. The idea is similar to a US-based campaign called Crypto for Congress. Kind of clear exactly what that is, although it's unclear whether there's a coincidence. Shut up. Of course there is. What are you talking about? They're also doing it to the... Okay. In that campaign, announced on Monday, cryptocurrency advocacy group Chamber of Digital Commerce announced it was sending $50 worth of Bitcoin to each US member of Congress. The idea wasn't to bribe them. $50 barely buys anything, anywhere in this world right now, but to help lawmakers understand how cryptocurrency actually works. The money went along with a suite of educational tools, training tools on Bitcoin, which I'm sure none of them have read. I'm certain. And however they receive that Bitcoin, there's at least one. Understand. There's always one. There's at least one person who's already lost their password, thrown away their computer, or forgot that it even happened. Similarly, Tetoilis founder Miguel Caballero explained, probably many of your lordships already have experience in use of cryptocurrencies, but we would like for those who are not yet familiar with the new money to have the opportunity to become familiar with it. So the news being, quite the popular news, is that apparently all 350 members of the deputies of Congress of Spain now hold Bitcoin. I laughed because, listen, 50 bucks in anything, 50 bucks will last you maybe the day. Maybe. If you're really good and frugal, you'll be fine, but 50 bucks goes pretty gosh darn fast. So the fact that they gave them each €1 worth is like, what? What's that, like 100,000 satoshis? Even less. I have no idea how many satoshis it is, but it's an interesting number to give away. Anyway, the point is, very popular news. I find news like this quite interesting for the fact that I believe one of the easiest ways to get people into the cryptocurrency space and to have them stay and to have them interested is to make part of the game as well. If you give them a random number, if you give someone $100 of something, and they see that 2 days later, it's in 120, magically, it's under their mattress. They look under the mattress, 120. A year and a half later, it's 1100. They go, whoa. How'd you get that before? How can I get some more? Because they clearly see the value rising for the thing that they own. So a euro's interesting. I wonder why it wasn't more, like even like 10, 15, 20 euros. I think I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'm just being weird. The point is, I think it would be fascinating if this happened all around the world so that the government members all held some form of cryptocurrency so that they could see at some point the value of it rising. And this also, greed is a very big thing. If you see that you made money off of something that you didn't have before, you start wanting it. So yeah, this was all over the news. Of course, I mean, I guess any initiative of people who are going to be giving money to their parliament and or to their Congress is, of course, going to make news. But a euro, man, I did not see the word €1 before. Jeez Louise. And without further ado, let's move on. Euro. Ledger, a crypto company providing a number of hardware wallet solutions, has obtained a successful system and organization controls, or SOC Type 1 test. You heard that correctly. I'm joking. Friedman LLP, a New York-based accounting firm, ran the SOC2 Type 1 test on Ledger, according to a statement provided to Cointelegraph. They said, by obtaining the SOC2 Type 1 report, we are now able to provide an additional layer of verified security to our clients, assuring that the vault solution is secured at all times and that we have the processes in place to ensure availability. A crypto storage solution for larger players and companies, Ledger Vault operates as a custody wing under the broader Ledger company. The SOC2 exam analyzes a company's security by way of an audit, verifying the proper handling of customer information by service-based entities as proof of compliance. Long story short, they got a piece of paper that said that their security is great. They were audited, it came back green, and they are apparently now in a position to be able to not only tell people that they have a great security system, but also that they can get people to use them because they have a great security system. I don't know where that sentence was going, but we got there somehow. Yeah, so the point is, Ledger passed their security audit. That's great to hear because, a lot of people have ledgers. Anyway, wonderful for them. This was also quite popular news. I'm glad the news didn't go the other way because that would have been a bit detrimental. And without further ado, let's move on. In one of the weirder stories of the day, and I'll tell you why. In their monthly crypto outlook report for October, Bloomberg researchers have concluded that before the end of 2021, Tether will have overtaken Ethereum to become the second most valuable cryptocurrency on the market. According to the newest Bloomberg report, there is currently a demand in the cryptocurrency market for Bitcoin and stablecoins that mirror the dollar. If this trend continues, Tether will benefit and grow to new heights. The data led the researchers to another prediction as well. The team at Bloomberg thinks the increased interest in stablecoins will lead central banks to creating and issuing their own digital currencies. Wow. They said, expect Bitcoin number 1, Tether number 2 in 2021 if trends remain the same, indicating demand for a digital version of gold, Bitcoin, and a crypto asset like the dollar, I assume that's Tether. If current trends prevail, the market cap of Tether may surpass Ethereum next year. Increasing adoption of stablecoins is likely a precursor for central bank digital currencies and promises to be more enduring than altcoin speculative excesses. The rapid rise in market cap of stablecoins indicates that central bank digital currencies are a matter of time in our view. Backing it up, of course, we know that they're desperately trying to make these things a reality. I still think they're going to be I almost said a buckus. Is buckus a word? They're just not going to be good. I know they're not going to be interoperable. And the way that the current world works now just lets me know that these things aren't going to work out the way that central banks plan. The other part is, and here's the part that I kind of chuckled at when I read this earlier, was the fact that it's probably slightly heavily unlikely that Tether is going to pass by Ethereum. Because, not logic, thank you for those of you who said it, but numbers. Because Tether currently would have to either go to $3 per coin right now, or triple its market cap by 3, multiply by 3, in order to barely catch up to Ethereum right now. My idea is Ethereum probably, should we be on this up and up course of the cryptocurrency market rising, Ethereum will probably at least double in price, which would give us around a $880 Ether, which would mean that Tether would have to, 7.3, I think 10x, roughly around there, somewhere in the numbers. I'm rounding up. If we end up getting Ethereum 2.0, or the phase 0 of it sometime this year, the staking is the most important. That's what everyone really cares about. Logically, probably, we will probably see a $1,200 Ether at some point in the future as well, which would mean that Tether would have to have like an 18x or something. So while I understand their optimism, the cryptocurrency market and Ethereum's price would have to remain exactly the same in order for Tether to pass it next year. It doesn't seem very likely, but I appreciate the report by Bloomberg talking about the demand for a dollar-pegged stable coin. Kind of weird news. I'll show you the numbers once we get to them, but it's not likely that it's going to happen. I think even when we do see a surge in price of the entire market, XRP is also going to pass by Tether. It happened like 2 months ago. There was, I think XRP went to 31 cents. It passed by Tether again. Like, Tether is going to continue to be printed and made and minted and thrown onto the market. But if we end up getting to a point where we do have a bull market, Tether doesn't stand a chance. It's going to be blown out of the water and we'll probably go back to number 7 or something like that in the market. Anyway, we'll see. Let's come back to this next summer and see if Tether is the number 2 coin. Doubting it, but without further ado, let's move on. What a weird news story. And for the life of me, I cannot remember if we went over this already, because all the news that's similar to this is just slightly blending together. According to the Reuters report, the move... Oh, wait, no, where's the words? There we go. The Bank of Japan said it would be experimenting next year on how to operate its own central bank digital currency. Why would they have that so far up there and not down here? According to the Reuters report, the move came in tandem with an announcement by a group of 7 major central banks, including the Bank of Japan, on what they see as core features of a central bank digital currency, such as resilience and a clear legal framework. The announcement also falls in line with the new Japanese Prime Minister, Yoshihide Suga's focus on promoting digitization and administrative reform to boost competitiveness in the sector. A central bank digital currency could also help boost small business ideas in the country. I don't remember if we went over this. It sounds familiar, but then it doesn't sound familiar. I know we went over Canada and South Korea as 2 places who were like, no, we don't want central bank digital currencies. Actually, we want 5 million of them. Please give them to us. I don't remember if we were speaking about Japan per se. The point is, every country on the planet right now is working on one, or has one, and just simply hasn't released it. I don't know if we went over the news about a day or 2 ago that apparently, I think China, I think they did 3 million transactions already with their central bank digital currency, and I think it equated to over $60 million worth of transactions. I assume it was one major test, but I know it was somewhere in the high millions of value that they were transacting back and forth to see if it worked. So yes, of course, everyone is going to be doing this, has already done this, already has it prepared, or will be testing it sometime next year. I don't know, man. It's going to be a huge tug of war between if Libra launches, which we've heard nothing about that this year, absolutely nothing about it launching this year anymore. Or if Tether, I'm not saying Tether being number 2. I mean, as far as like if Tether does continue to spread itself out and is very well known around the world, that'll be when central banks go, nope, time to do this. Because once again, it's always about money. It's never not about money. And if you are, it goes back to the other thing we were talking about where the people from Tether kept on, they keep putting Tether on different chains. And I was like, why are they doing that? They must know that they're in a position right now where they might have, I think they understand what they're doing and the risks of what they're doing. You can now, in all speaking manners, transact in Tether as opposed to using the US dollar. Like imagine, we've seen the amount of adoption that people have been, what's the word? You can buy this with Bitcoin, you can do that with Bitcoin. Imagine if every single website started saying, we now accept Bitcoin and Tether. Well, then you don't really have to use the US dollar anymore. So you get what I'm saying. Anyway, of course they're experimenting. Of course they probably already have one because that's just how things are. And let's move on. There we go. I was like, gee, as always, sorry for screaming. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Professor Wally from Gunabite University, Tolek Banan, Auspicious Agile and Blockchain Decentralized, Peter Navarro Williams, David James, Attila the Han, Yasha Harari, Oscar Maldonado, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Joshua Vineyard, Martin Stoyer, Nostromo, John Sarson, The Animal Reader, A Bibliophobia, Todd Mullis, Adam Graysick, Mohar Maroni, Master Ventures in Thailand, Jared Schneider, Wise Night Owl, 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Cold E3D, Damien, Setsuna, Richie Rich III, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Nick Man, Jalavori, Anthony Charles, Jim Gardner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller Hitch Test Every Day, and Kyle Skips Leg Day. Very big thumbs up to the person who made the Dolly Parton joke yesterday for Miller Hitch Test Every Day. I got a very good laugh off of that. Yes to Crypto, Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Monk's Corner Staff, Arf Medic 17, Bake Me a Cake, Tigara Macho Nisa, On Crypto with Lionel, Crael and Michelle, URL, and Bolero Bastos. Thank you all very, very much for your support. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel who clicked the little join button below. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my other 2 channels. You're all absolutely amazing. And thank you to everyone in general for even lasting this long. At the moment, Bitcoin is currently at 11,316 US dollars. There's the jump from a day ago. Here's the jump while we were all sleeping. And this is where we currently are right now. It looks like it's trending downwards. No one really knows. But the altcoins are taking the little slight dip right here a lot more. It's a bit more difficult for them to be able to maintain the upwardness, and therefore it looks like they're trying to slip down at the moment. Cardano is the highest performing top 10. Nope, that's Chainlink. Coin out there. Chainlink is up by 11%, and Cardano is a smidge away from 11% as well. It is trying to hit that 11 cents per coin. Yeah, the market is, certain coins aren't as, doing as well as others, but they're all roughly still in the green. Oh, wow. Even we're seeing, where's the other one? Binance's dollar is now in the top 30. Where is the other one? Wrapped Bitcoin is now number 23. I think there's 2,000 more wrapped Bitcoin since a day or 2 ago. This is kind of what it looks like. Where's the other thingamajaggers? Yeah, a lot of the stable coins are now entering the top 50. That is quite interesting indeed. Omise Go is up by 13%. I would love answers. I would honestly love them because every single day Omise Go keeps going up and we have no Omise Go news. So just a really big question mark over my head right now. Yeah. That's going to do it for this video. I do hope that you all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Hope you all have a great weekend. Try and do something fun. If you're at home, you know what I'm talking about. Make sure to watch something funny. do something nice for yourself is kind of the nicest way of saying it. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.